video, just the one after the other one on self-belief and confidence. Obviously, with self-belief and confidence, you can improve it by getting out your comfort zone or doing affirmations, which I briefly touched on the last session. What I want to talk about now is something that a lot of people may or may not know, especially if you're going through tough times at the moment. Things are not turning right for you. Maybe you've lost your job. Your car's broken down. All sorts of things happening, and they seem to be happening one after the other. And you're thinking, well, why have I got this run of bad luck? And then you think to yourself that, why am I being singled out? What have I done wrong? Now, you might not have done anything wrong at all. It might be just coincidence. But to be honest with you, I think there is something deeper at hand. And as you start to, if you do research on it, you will find why some people seemingly have things don't work any harder than you do, or for less effort, and things go right for them, whereas you may be being particularly victimized as you see it, and saying, well, I don't see no future, or you may be depressed with your circumstances. Now, there is a way to resolve this, but it takes work and effort, and it doesn't cost anything. It only costs your time and energy and effort and discipline. And if you can do this, you will turn around. You've also got to realize that bad things do happen to successful people as well, as unsuccessful people. But they always put the odds in their favor. There's a famous quote saying that luck is where preparation meets opportunity. And luck also stands for labor under correct knowledge. Now, I'll talk about luck and a little bit later, but what I want to talk about is if you feel that things are not going right for you, you're going through testing times, and I've been through this many times, but I'd always wondered why these things happen. And then I stumbled over a book and I started reading it. And at first, my self-belief would say, the cynical part of me said, no. As I would delve deeper into it, then I realized, yeah, this could be the root cause. There's certain laws in the universe. I don't know if you've listened to the Secret. I do recommend you get the book and the DVD. There's a follow-up called The Abundance Factor as well. But there are certain laws in the universe. These are universal laws that were here before. I would even say mankind was here, like the law of gravity. That's what keeps us in ground. If there was no law of gravity, we'd be all floating in the air. But there's certain laws that you need to, that's the successful people knowingly or unknowingly know them and utilize them to their advantage. And this all stems back to the subconscious mind. Now you've got your conscious mind, which is rather like the best analogy I can think of, and you can see this online. I don't have a picture of it. It's like an iceberg. An iceberg, obviously, at the top, you've got the actual iceberg, and then at the bottom, you've got probably a bigger iceberg that goes right down into the ocean. Now, the top iceberg would be what's called your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is, like now I'm speaking to you on this YouTube video. I'm consciously talking to you with regards to listening to what I'm saying, and you use that for everyday activities. That's about 10% of your mind. The 90%, which is below the surface, like the iceberg, is where the real supercomputer is. That is where all your dreams, desires, ambitions lay. The subconscious mind works 24/7, 365 days, even when you're sleeping. It never quits. The only thing is that the subconscious mind, in order to become the person that you want to become, be successful, wealthy, financially independent, or do things that you haven't done before, you have to get the subconscious mind on your side. An example would be, you say you start a new sales job, and at first you're hitting the phones, cold calling. You could be an estate agent, you could be a car salesman, selling double glazing. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter what you sell. What I'm saying is that in the first time you're finding it very hard, then after a while you get used to it, and then you start making sales, and then suddenly the sales drop off, and you're trying your hardest. You're thinking, well, what is going on here? I got the first few sales in the first couple of weeks, and now I'm just going through what's called a dry spell, and you start to doubt yourself. Basically, this is a subconscious mind playing tricks on you, because it's testing you to find out whether you're serious about staying in sales, or setting up your own business, or losing weight, or any of the other things. Have you noticed, as soon as you decide to go on a diet, you'll get a lot of junk mail coming through inviting you to, with all pastries and all this. This happened to me. I don't actually believe that diets work. I believe that if you exercise properly, and have a good varied fruits and vegetables, cut down on sugar and salt, you can basically lose weight and feel more energy. One person I would recommend, if you are interested in that, apart from Joe Wicks, is Patrick Holford. Me being diabetic type 1, being on insulin as well, I've been reading his books, and it's helped me quite a lot. But it can help you in any sphere of your health if you are interested, because he looks at health vitality. But obviously, I'm not an expert on health, although I do the best I can. But like I said, this all stems from your subconscious mind. The reason your subconscious mind doesn't really care about your success, whether you're wealthy, happy, fit, or whatever, the reason goes back to your childhood. When you're first born, you come out, you're positive and everything, and as you grow up, you get hit by influences from your parents, siblings, maybe school teachers, college, your bosses, maybe your spouses, maybe your children. And what happens is your subconscious mind builds what's called a coherent map, or a puzzle. And because this is painstakingly hard, it refuses to change any of the main pieces. So it's almost like, you could akin it to a jigsaw puzzle that's growing all the time as it takes more and more influences. Now, an example could be, like I said in my earlier YouTube video, is you may decide to buy a car. Could be, let's just go for a red Corsa. Yeah. Red Corsa, 4-door Corsa. You've seen it in the showroom, you like it, you sat in it, and you're taking it for a test drive. You can't afford it at the moment, but you have said to your mind that your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, you want that car. You really want that car, and then you start seeing that car everywhere, and then you're either saving up for the car or something, and then something coincidence happens, and maybe a friend of yours says, "Oh, look, I've got the car," or a neighbor says, "I've got that exact car that you're looking for." You have a look at the car, and behold, it's a red 5-door manual Corsa 1.4 car, and it's the one you're looking for. Now, most people may say, "Oh, that's just coincidence, Rajesh," and I'd say, yeah, maybe it is coincidence. However, because you really wanted it and desired it, and you test drove it, and maybe you got a picture of it at home, you've managed to say to your subconscious mind that you really want this car. It's with anything. It takes time. You have to get the subconscious mind on your side, because if you don't, you will never be successful. And I'm talking from past hard-won experience. I've had good times and I've had some really bad times. And the good times have lasted quite a long time. Have you noticed when things happen really well to you, you just think it's coincidence, but when bad things happen, you start saying, "Oh, why is me? Why is this happening to me?" Um, the other thing about the subconscious mind is if you start blaming and complaining um, outside circumstances or external events, the subconscious mind would be happy about it because it wouldn't have to then take the effort to change your life, basically. Um, the subconscious mind said, "Yeah, that's great. Doesn't want to change. It's fine with me. I've got no problem whatsoever with it." And you just carry on as you are going through life, um, getting hit by circumstances, living where you don't want to live, driving a car that you don't want to drive. That's if you do drive. Maybe working where you don't want to work. Um, you you got to remember you've only get one shot at life, and life is not a dress rehearsal. So if you want to be successful, and in whatever sphere in life, and I don't mean this just by money. I'm talking that happiness. Right? Happiness is such an abstract concept that the subconscious mind won't understand it. But this is where goals come in. If you have goals and you write down and you set those goals, even if you don't achieve them, by the time you uh, say the goal, maybe that you can always change the date of the goal. But what I'm saying is, my point is that if you don't even achieve them, but you get half or 75% of the way, you would have gone further than if you hadn't written the goals down. Now, goals, the reason they're important is because they talk to the actual subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will help you, but it's almost like a stubborn mule. You have to, or a donkey, you have to give it a carrot. You've got to give it an incentive. Now, until you get your subconscious on your side, things are going to keep on happening. Um, I'll tell you, it was, let me give you an example. Yeah, about several years ago, I got made, longer than that actually, I got made redundant from a job that I never thought I'd get redundant from. I won't describe the job. And then my car broke down and I had to sell that. And also, um, my health was not great. So I was having all these things happening to me. And I was wondering what is going on, and I thought, how long is this going to last? And I thought to myself, this can't be a coincidence. It just can't be one thing. One thing happened after another. One thing. So I started researching, and I realized that there were some mental obstacles that I had. Whereas I started losing confidence. When your confidence is knocked and you start doubting yourself, that's what I had. The problem is I was going down a vicious circle. So I was going down from uh, just doubt to, you know, insecurity. You must have all these emotions. Everyone has them. And then I would say mild depression. I wouldn't say deep depression because a friend of mine gave me some free coaching, and I'm always thankful in Richard, wherever you are. And said to him, he said to me, write down things what you're grateful for. So I did, and he said, just write some small goals, and then I was back on the way. And you will find in life that life is a roller coaster. It doesn't go in a straight line, no matter how much you want it to. And the other thing is, my subconscious mind fed on that fear, fed on my insecurity, and on my doubt. Nowadays, yeah, I still have challenges. I have health challenges, financial challenges. But what I don't allow it to do is I don't allow it to cloud my judgment, and I don't allow it to fester into total negativity. One thing that if you take from this video is you need to have a purpose in life. Yeah, whatever that purpose be, you need to have something to get you out of bed in the morning. Now, you could always get out of bed and say your goal could be, oh, I've got to go to this lousy job to pay these crummy bills. Or you could get out of bed and say, I'm thankful I've got a job. It may not be the perfect job, but I'll do the best I can. And it's also paying for my bills. There's a saying, you don't understand something until it's gone, or words to that effect. Now, coming back to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind at the end of the day looks in images. This is why visualization is very important. Now, there's quite tons of book on visualization. But what I would suggest you do is to start off is write a small goal that you're wanting to achieve. It could be as small as gardening, or clearing out the cupboard, or cleaning the windows. Now, the point isn't the actual goal is small. The point is to get your subconscious to kick it, to say to yourself, look, I'm going to do this. And I won't quit until I achieve this goal. And when you've done that, you can then go on to bigger goals. Now, I find that goals best written, me personally, are either written down on a page or written on these cards that you can get. And you can get blank cards or cards with lines on them from your local stationers on the high street, or you can order them online. And what I would suggest you do is write what the small goal is that you want to write and put a deadline on it. Now, the reason you need to put a date on it is because then the goal is not really a goal. It's just a wish. As Brian Tracy says, and I recommend his CDs, Goals, How to Achieve and Set Them. A goal is a dream with a deadline date on it. Now, once you've done the smaller goals, you can then go on to the medium-term goals, and then you can go into the long-term goals. If you ask any successful person where they're going, they can usually tell you. Now, they may not have the goals written down, but they know where they're going. They can tell you what they're doing next month, next 12 months, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. One successful entrepreneur who I will talk about in the next session when I'm talking about starting your own business, he has real long-term goals. We're talking decade goals and generation goals, as they're called. Why does this all relate to the subconscious mind? Because you need a way of communicating to the subconscious. See, your conscious mind, your everyday, looks at the subconscious as a whirlwind of images, feelings, emotions. The subconscious looks at the conscious mind as a mishmash or whirlpool of half ambitions, dreams, goals. It can't make sense of it. It doesn't choose to make sense of it. So the way to communicate is via one is affirmations and two is goals. Now, I would say try this for 30 days. Write a goal that you're wanting to do, and it could be, like I told you, it could be a small goal, right? Achievable. It needs to be achievable. It needs to be smart. Yeah, SMART goal, which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So you could set a goal within 30 days. It could be anything. It could be I want to buy a car in the next 30 days. I want to buy a particular car, or I want to go on holiday, or I want to get a promotion, or I want to start a business. Yeah. They're probably a bit more midterm goals, but what you get the picture. And then what you do is after that, you then go on to the other goals. Now, what you're going to have to do is have a bit of discipline. If you really do want to change your life, you have to be disciplined. There's no way around it. As much as I would like it, everyone would like to have the money coming into their bank account without having to work for it. A six-pack, the car of the dreams, the house of the dreams. You have to put effort in. Now, it's not as hard effort as doing like labor effort, but you do need to put effort. It's more mental effort, more using your imagination. You can find pictures of the subconscious mind, and I would Google it and have a look because it does explain the power of the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is so powerful that you could go into a room or a party. If you go into a party, you would size up everyone in a blink of an eye. That's how fast it calculates it. Now, I know we've got artificial intelligence and supercomputers coming in, but at the end of the day, who were they created by? The human mind. So it doesn't matter how powerful things that are coming into existence are. There are a lot of technological changes. Nothing is more powerful than the subconscious mind. It's the most powerful thing in the universe. It's so powerful that Albert Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge. And he imagined floating on a beam, which is where he came up with the E equals mc squared. Using your imagination to your advantage will give you an edge in whatever you do in life. You'll attract the resources into your life. You'll suddenly find that people will start coming into your life that will help you rather than hinder you. You may find, so say you're starting a business and you can't find the money. You could write, I'm starting a new business and I'm looking for an investor to invest, I don't know, £10,000, and you put a date on it. Or I'm looking to start my own business and I want 50 clients buy. Or I want to buy a brand new Vauxhall Corsa, red, 5 doors, 1.4 automatic car. Yeah, you have to write the goals down like that. And it's good to write goals because you'll find when you get out of bed in the morning, you have something to aim for. Without having something to aim for, you're rudderless in life. It's like you say you want to go somewhere nice and hot, like Cyprus or Greece or Spain or Portugal, and you go to the travel agent, and the travel agent asks, "Yes, sir, or madam, how can I help you?" And you say, "I'd like to go somewhere hot and sunny, please." And they'll say, "Oh, yes, certainly, sir." "Well, madam, where specifically?" "Well, somewhere hot and sunny." "Is that a beach? Would you like to go in the UK or abroad?" "Well, hot and sunny." And this conversation will keep on going until the travel agent will get exasperated or even irritated because you're not giving him specific information. With goal setting, you have to be specific. Let's take a point example. I want a lot of money. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be rich. Subconscious man doesn't care. It's not specific enough. When do you want to be rich? How rich? In what area? What industry? You can't just say to it, I want to be rich. I want to have lots of money. How much is a lot of money? For some people, it's £100. So some people it's 1,000, some it's 10,000, some it's 1 million, some it's 10 million, some it's 100 million, some it's 1 billion. You get the point? Or I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight do you want to lose? When do you want to lose it by? Do you want to lose £5, £10? Do you want to lose a stone, 10 stone? I want to learn to drive. Okay, you want to learn to drive. How? First, have you got a provisional license? Yes. So then you need to take your theory. You set a goal that I want to take my theory and I'll pass my theory. Then you would, like most people, um, learn with a driving instructor from a driving school. And then you would prepare for that and you could write that as a goal. I will pass my test or driving test on my first attempt by this and such a date. Now, this does work, but you've got to put the effort and you've got to have the belief in it. And like I said, even if you don't achieve the goal, if you go to the goal and you get past it, you can always set another goal. The only thing is you've got further past than you did beforehand. This is the one way, the main way of communicating with your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind will happily play along because it's a battle of wills. The subconscious mind is far more powerful, and when there's a battle of wills between the conscious and the subconscious always wins. So it's in your interest if you want to. If you're not at where you are in life and you're always thinking, "Oh, woe is me," or "Woe is me," you then use this technique to be successful. And the best thing is the technique is free. You don't even have to pay any money for it. It's amazing, but it takes discipline and it takes your motivation. But it will give you something to aim for. And as a person, you'll grow as a person. You'll find skills. You'll develop skills that you haven't developed before. I mean, go out and do it just for the hell of it. I'd say, go out and set goals for the hell of it. You know, even if you're not absolutely passionate, go out and do it because the people around you will notice differences. This is one of the suggestions I gave to my friend. I said to him, "Look, you may not notice the suggestions because they'll be subtle, but people around you will. You may become more charismatic. You might become more assertive. You may suddenly attract more money. You may get a promotion. But you've got to go out and do it. You've got to take what I call action. You can't just and you need to get out your comfort zone. There's certain things that you need to do. There's steps that you need to take because success leaves clues. Um, and if you work towards the universal laws and get your subconscious on your side, you'll find you'll have far more success than failure. And even if you do fail, just use that as feedback. Failure is feedback. It's nothing. It's never eternal, and it's and never permanent. And the same with success. They're only flip sides of the coin. A lot of entrepreneurs have gone through a lot of failures before they were successful, and same with successful people. Michael Jordan, one of the most successful basketball players of all time, he's missed lots of shots. Wayne Gretzky was a famous ice hockey player. He missed a lot of shots, um, but they kept focused on their goals and they became successful. See, they say that overnight success usually takes 20 years. And with that note, I just want to leave you there. Like I said, if you still want to contact me, I am available. Like I said, my mobile number is well, if you want it broad, is +44 75 333 86048. I'm on Skype as well, Raj0241_1. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, or if you are interested, you can even uh, come with me on Skype. I'm willing to do a first session, 45 minutes to probably a maximum hour, free Skype session on any sort of coaching that you're interested in. Obviously, then if I take you on as a client, then there will be a fee, but then you need to look at it as an investment rather than a cost. Because if I always find that if you are on the road to wealth and success, or wherever, even health and fitness, or even you want to have a better work-life balance, it's easier with a coach and a mentor than it isn't one, because there may be things that you're doing that you don't notice that are habits, and that the coach and mentor can see. Now, a coach and mentor can't do the job for you. what they do is they draw the information out of you and develop your skills. And they're always focused on the future, on your future. But like I said, if you do want to contact me, by all means, give me a call uh, on my mobile number, like I said, or if you prefer Skype, then give me a call on Skype. And I will be doing some more videos on starting and launching your own business, whatever business that would be, because obviously it's a wide range. And I'll also be doing a segment or a video on entrepreneurship itself, and another one on sales. Sales is also quite a wide subject, but like I said, you're always selling. Everyone is selling. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're 8 years old to 80 years old or 90 years old, you're always selling. You have to sell your ideas, your concepts. Yeah, if you're working for someone, for an employee, you're selling your time for money, obviously, because they give you money for the time that you spent there to add value to the company. If you run a business, you're selling your services and products to potential customers or clients. And if you have a team, even to your staff as well. You're selling your vision. If you're interested in specifically sales coaching and training, then obviously give me a call because we do that as well. And I have a mentor myself that can we can either come to you or you can come to us. But on the whole, I just want to leave you with another thank you for people who are viewing my YouTube videos. Keep on viewing them if you can. There are going to be some other videos in the pipeline from other things as well. So watch this space. And yeah, I'll just leave you to have a really nice week. It's a really great Monday. And I'll see you on the next YouTube video. That'll probably be on the what I talked about, starting and launching your own business. And then one's on sales. I may even decide to do one on marketing as well. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next video. So you take care. We'll speak soon. Bye bye.